Hello everybody, it is Tia and I am back with another video. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Listen, we are in the month of June, which means that we've just concluded our May challenge. And for our May challenge, I actually went in and recorded videos, or rather tutorials, for the Praise and Worship Flag Ministry. Listen, for those of you who rocked out with me, clap it up to you, because we made it, okay? We made it. Can you believe it? How fast the month of May flew by? We're in another month, and today I want to kick off our first Friday of the month in June by simply having a heart-to-heart. Let's talk passion. Listen, for those of you who already know, we have just launched our Flag with Purpose workshop, which will be held September the 28th. Just a quick plug, if you have not gotten your tickets yet, you want to go ahead on and get them, because we sold out last year. And it's going down again this year, okay? We have 14 tickets as of today for our VIP session, and VIP includes one-on-one training with me, as well as our general empowerment session. Once those 14 tickets have been sold, then will be sold out of the VIP, which means that the opportunity to train with me one-on-one for that particular workshop will not be available if you hadn't purchased your tickets before they sold out. However, we do have a second ticket type this year, which is called our general admission, and that is specifically for the empowerment session. I hope you are able to purchase your ticket for VIP before it sells out, but if you happen to not be able to make the VIP session this year, we do have the general session available for our empowerment session, okay? So registration is now open, of course, but registration for VIP closes on September the 14th at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so you want to go ahead on and get your tickets definitely before that date, and hopefully before we sell out. Listen, tonight's topic, I already did an informal for this particular topic, but I want to share my heart relating to passion, okay? Passion is a word that I think about whenever, well, of course, we know The Passion of Christ, the movie. But when I think about passion, I think about love. I think about devoting your all into a particular thing or person or event. And in this case, I'm talking about dancing with passion when it comes to the discipline of liturgical dance. I do believe that just like ballet or maybe contemporary, liturgical dance is actually a discipline, okay? Which means that at some point we do have to be taught liturgical dance. And I am here for this particular workshop to teach a few things. One thing I do want to note, that there are a couple of types of dancers that this workshop is for. There are those of you who have a heart to dance. You are definitely interested in it. You have just recently became a liturgical dance minister within 5 years. I would say a 5-year span. And God has already planted the seed in you for liturgical dance ministry. But now you may need someone to assist you on your journey of drawing out what He has deposited on the inside of you. Okay, that passion, teach you how to draw it out and grow in your level of passion for this particular discipline. And if that's you, I believe that you're not watching this video by accident. I believe that God led you to this channel, for those of you who are watching YouTube, and I do believe that you're tuning in from Facebook because, ding, 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 I'm your person. I have prayed that God will allow me to connect with dancers in order to share the wisdom that God has allowed me to learn and gain within these 20 years of being a liturgical dance minister. It would have been 22 years, but I did take, for 2 years, when I got out of the military, God has shifted my responsibilities for those 2 years. But for 20 years, God has graced me with the ability to grow in knowledge and wisdom and understanding of liturgical dance ministry, excuse me. And I'm thinking of a scripture where it says, the counsel of a man is like that of deep waters. It's actually a proverb. It says, but a man of understanding draws it out. And I do believe that it takes a certain level of knowledge and wisdom in order to put to practice what has been deposited on the inside of us, which means that there's a certain level of knowledge and wisdom that we have to gain in order to actually birth out or to live out what God has already implanted inside of us. And sometimes it takes, like, we hear a spiritual midwife, but sometimes it takes God to really send a person that he's destined us to connect with in order to draw out what it is that he's invested into us. And I know I personally have a mentor that has been that for me. And I do believe that God is connecting me in this particular season to be able to be that to somebody else as well. Everybody needs a mentor, you all. And so I would love to train with you all. For those of you who are new to the liturgical dance ministry and you want to grow in your area of love for this particular calling as a liturgical dance minister, and you want that passion on the inside of you to be ignited, please, if you are being drawn to this video and God is stirring your spirit, go ahead on and register for our Dance with Passion workshop. I promise you, you will not regret it. Last year was phenomenal for our Flag with Purpose, and each lady came with a heart to just flag, growing the knowledge of the praise and worship flag ministry. We had a blast. Everyone was like drawing, and some people were asking questions, and that just really stirred me up. I'm like, I'm pouring. And so I ended up sharing 4 additional moves for, I want to say, combination moves for praise and worship flag ministry. I had no intentions on doing that, but listen, when there is an expectation, I'm going to deliver, okay? When it comes to my workshops, I would much rather over deliver than, for you to leave out with nothing. So I promise you, you are going to get something out of this workshop. Not only am I going to share about my experiences, but I'm going to teach from biblical principles. So you have my experience for 20 years, but then also the Word of God backing up the workshop. Okay? We're going to go deep into the Bible, and I am going to teach something that has helped me in the area of passion for 20 years. You all, 20 years. It is still helping me to this day. So I'm giving you something that I implement myself and that has been effective for 20 years, ever since I was 13 years old, okay? I'm going to impart that into you. And for those of you who fit into the second category of those that I desire to attend Dance with Passion, or those of you who may have had a passion to dance, and you have been a liturgical dance minister, but you need your passion reignited. You need an atmosphere where God can remind you of your why. I have a heart for this because our why is so important. There is a time and place in our ministries, especially if we have been doing this for a while, where we have to be reminded of our why. We have to be replenished. We have to get the fuel that we need. in order to hold on to our why, okay? Let me tell you why our why is important. I joined the Army in 2012, and I went off to basic training at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. As I was in processing, it was really reception. I'll call it reception. Or no, I'll just say in processing. When I was in processing, getting ready to attend day 0 of basic training, and for those of you who have served in the United States Army, thank you for your service. I understand. Thank you for your service. And you know what I'm talking about when I say day 0, okay? But before day 0, this drill sergeant was in a bay full of soldiers for the cycle that I was in, who will be attending basic training within the next few days or so. She gathered soldiers in this particular bay, and she began to randomly select soldiers and ask, why did you join the Army? And she actually happened to ask me. Let me tell y'all what I said. Okay, no shame. I said, drill sergeant, I'm standing at parade rest, and I'm saying this like proudly. I'm like, listen, I need everybody to know why I joined, because, okay, I need the people to know. And so I said, drill sergeant. And I shared this from a place of like, me just like, oh, this is it, you know, and hopefully this will encourage somebody. But anyway, I said, drill sergeant, I joined the Army because I wanted to better myself as a young adult. You know, I told them I was trying to figure out my life, and I decided that I wanted to join to get a good start into adulthood, make my money. Listen, okay, I didn't say it like that, but I did. Let me tell y'all how I said it. I said, drill sergeant, I joined the Army because I wanted to have a life for myself, and you know, I wanted to be successful as a young adult. And then I told them that told this drill sergeant that I also joined to get my education. And she looked at me, she said, that's real good, Private. Go deeper. And I'm like, go deeper? I gave this lady all I had. What you mean go deeper? And so I was thinking about it. And just as I was thinking, this drill sergeant said to me, and not just me, but to every soldier that was in the bay, she said, I'm asking you all to identify your why, because when you get inside of basic training, there are going to be moments where you feel like just turning around and be like, and just saying to yourself, this is it for me. Like, I don't know why I did this. I'm dipping out. You know, there'll be moments where you will want to quit. There'll be moments where you'll wake up and not be feeling it. There'll be moments, you will have those moments. And of course, you will also have joyful moments. But what is going to keep you is your why. And that never left me. That was back in 2012. It is 2024. And that has stuck with me. And when it comes to liturgical dance, I say the same concept applies. It's important that we're able to identify our why, because then we'll discover our purpose for why we do what we do. It will no longer be a hobby. It will no longer be just an inspiration. It will be from a place of purpose. And then we also, through our why, we also need to have an anchor to hold on to in those moments where we're like, I don't feel it. I don't feel it today. You know, I've been doing this for 20 years. I just ain't feeling it. Get somebody else to do it. You know what I mean? There are going to be times where you have to reach back as a liturgical dance minister and grab a hold of your why. And it is your why that enables you to minister from a place of full devotion, a place of where you're able to give it your all each and every time, regardless of what it feels like. And when you get to that place, you're able to minister from a place of passion. When you're devoted to a thing, it's hard to just sit it down and say, all right, Next thing, when you're devoted to a particular thing or a person or an activity, your whole soul is knitted with that thing. And I believe in this season, not only is it for us to minister as liturgical dancers, but it's for us to minister from a place of passion. What I've discovered for 20 years as a liturgical dance minister, what I've learned, I want y'all to lean in. It's a little blurry right now. Let's clear the lens up, clear the view up, but I want you all to lean in. I'm gonna tell you something. There is something special. Well, it's really special to God. Something special about an individual who is able to minister and give their all. Their all. Their devotion. Their time. Their effort. It touches the heart of God in a very special way whenever he sees someone fully committed to him. And by being fully committed to him, they're having passion behind why they do what they do from a place of purpose. I think that it's important for us to minister from a place of purpose, because if we don't, we're just going through the motions. It's kind of like, and I know you've heard this, but let's talk about love for an example. Many people describe, and I've heard people say, when it comes to love, I'd rather be in love with someone who genuinely, wants to be with me, like wants me, loves me back, than to have someone who's just there and they're not really giving their heart into it. They're just going through the motions, just doing stuff just to, maybe make me happy or, shut me up or whatever the case may be. I think that when it comes to our relationship with God, of course, we know that God looks at the heart, man looks at the outward appearance. And that's a whole nother topic that we're going to discuss at Dance with Passion. But when he sees somebody that is giving their all to him through liturgical dance from a place of passion, he feels that, and he knows that this person really loves me. They're ministering from this place because at the end of the day, they love me. They're devoted to me. And something supernatural happens in the atmosphere whenever we're at this place with God, ministering to him, devoting ourselves to him from a place of passion. So I am passionate, not only just about liturgical dance, but in this season about imparting into the next generation of liturgical dancers. Y'all, I'm not going to say that I'm old because I'm not, but I've been doing this for a while, and I just want to share my knowledge. I want to share my wisdom, and my heart is really for this next generation of liturgical dancers, and maybe the more the adult dancers who are maybe seasoned but just want to be encouraged and want to get in that atmosphere of like-minded people. God gives us different pieces of himself and different perspectives. Maybe you want to get a fresh perspective and take a different look. I would love for you to train with me too. My heart is for that. I'm ready to pour. You're going to learn, and we're going to explore together why this is such a needed thing. Why it's needed in this generation and for the generations to come, to do what we do from a place of passion, not just going through the motions, not just doing it because we're good at it or because we see somebody else doing it, but genuinely because we have a passion for it. Okay? I could say more. This is just a formal overview. You want to go ahead on and get your tickets if something that I said really stirred you, if something brought confirmation to you, if you felt your baby leap on the inside of you as a liturgical dance minister, then I believe that this workshop is for you. And I'm coming ready to pour. It's going to be an amazing time, and we will leave out dancing, ministering from a place of passion. I will include the ticket sales, I said the ticket sales. I will include the link to the tickets here in the video. And for those of you who are watching YouTube, it'll be in the description. And if you're in North Carolina and you would love to attend this, you would like to attend this workshop, I would love to have you. As I was saying, we have, as of today, 14 tickets for our VIP session. Tickets are $35 for VIP. You want to go ahead on and get your tickets as soon as possible. We sold out last year. Once we sell out this year for VIP, that ticket will be closed, okay? And with the VIP, you will have an opportunity to train with me, and I'll be giving I will be sharing some beginner and intermediate friendly moves that you can incorporate into your praise and worship ministry. So yes, you'll have the opportunity to train with me, but you will also receive empowerment sessions, and food will be included. Just something light, because we are going to get a workout in. I don't want to do anything heavy. That will be included into VIP as well. But if you're not able to make VIP, and the tickets happen to be sold out, or you may be one of those people who just want the general empowerment session, we do have tickets on sale for $25. There is not a cutoff time for that particular ticket. Tickets are for online purchase only, and there is not a ticket limit for general admission as it is with the VIP. I do want to mention that on the 14th of September at 11:59 p.m., the VIP ticket sales will be closed. Okay, so you want to go ahead on and get your tickets by that date. I am looking forward to Flag with Purpose. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a comment below. You may also email me at liturgicaldancecreative@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to respond promptly to your questions. All right, you all have a great night, and I'll see you next week.